What is going on, everybody? I am here with some more Resident Evil 4. Last time well, I wouldn't say last time, but the reason why in the last episode it skipped an entire ways was because I've lost the recording. I was so pissed. I was so upset that the recording was lost. I hate this. But we did, well, in the process of when I actually lost that recording, is we've of course we finally rescued Ashley. We got some well, not got some back. We were in the process of saving Ashley and then all that kinds of stuff. So there was nothing really kind of important when I lost some of that recording. All it is with that cutscene of me actually finally saving Ashley. Yeah, just that process of me actually saving Ashley, and then Sadler just started coming up to us, started attacking us, and of course we've removed the Las Plagas from Leon and Ashley's body, as you can see. So, thank God it's out. Yeah, thank God it's out. But I'm so pissed that I actually lost the recording to that. I have no idea how this thing works. The important thing is that we're still alive. Yes. So, hopefully you bear with me when I lost that that chunk of recording. So pissed. But hey, things go wrong with recordings. So, but yeah, just to go back to that. Yeah, that's the only piece of footage that I've lost throughout this entire series. So I'm not actually too upset about that, but still, it's just that recording, man. Well, it wasn't too long. It was only like about 15 minutes of recording, but still, I'm so upset actually recording, including those two cutscenes that were actually important of us rescuing Ashley, and then moving the Las Plagas from Ashley and Leon's bodies. And also, we're up to the final chapter of this game. So hopefully we could actually do this recording without having need to go anything wrong with this recording. So we have one more piece of information here. Our mission: the real power of the United States. Yeah, this is actually pretty long, so we're gonna skim through it. It'll take a minute. Management areas people who had the president after the developments of the United States will figure out that caused by minimal. I don't need your junk. 1-800 numbers. Thank you. By chance to figure out plans the country to conquer the country as planned, pursuing a back plan on international influence smoothly, special forces trying to infiltrate the country within fear of chaos, from within the fear of chaos, like a virus. So I guess this just talks about the information of the Las Plagas, and I think with the umbrella. So like I said, hope nothing happens in the recording of this video.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, straight.
Now, since we've I think there's nothing for us to buy here. Now, since we've got the Plagas out of Leon and Ashley's body, there's still one more thing to do. And we will see in just a few.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here. Ada! Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliche that only happens in your Hollywood
Breaking the fourth wall.
movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Ada, stand back.
Emergency, locking down elevator. Yeah, in that cutscene there, that music, epic music comes out, but it didn't happen until Sadler started transforming. But anyway, we are now facing Lord Sadler, finally, after the entire campaign of the entire storyline of him just teasing us. Yeah, so now Sadler has mutated. So now there are two ways to actually stun Sadler. Of course, him getting near explosive barrels and stunning him, or there are eyes on his legs that will open. For now, they're just closed. As you can see there, his eyes are open, you can actually shoot them. When you shoot them, you can actually stun Sadler. And stab him right in the eye. Now I want him to open the other eye, his other eye. There we go. Now he has eyes on all four of his legs, so you want to shoot all four of them to stun him as much as you can. Getting the two eyes on the back of his legs, it will be kind of difficult. Oh, got it just in time before it actually hit me. Yes, there are two cranes you can actually stun him with. There's one on the right here on that side we just used, and then one on the other side. Now I can make it. Okay, good. Aha. So there isn't really much to this fight besides just stunning him and hitting him in the eye. Ouch. And I got hit. Nope. Didn't work. There we go. Okay, got him. Here. There we go. Now there's one more explosive barrel here that we could use. Now he's gonna start, I believe he's gonna start charging towards you, yes. Now I believe you have to do this, I don't know if there's an exact number. I think you have to do this more than 10 times. So this is this is just kind of a tedious thing to. Okay, there we go.
Use this.
Now she will give us a rocket launcher. Now this one is a rocket launcher, but this one is actually special. Okay, wait. No, don't use it. So I want to use the special rocket launcher. Actually, no. I don't know if that hit us. Yes, that hit us. Ouch. Yeah, and try not to attack him from behind, because he does have those like spikes or those tentacles. Yeah, and he is gonna start charging at you. There we go. Now let's see if the regular rocket launcher worked, because I did buy this one. Aha, there we go.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
Very cute.
You got the jet ski key. Yes, and of course Sadler will drop 100,000 pesos, which is not bad. So now the timer still was active on that cutscene, so they weren't being nice to you when she activated that that timer.
Leon,
We have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
it's gonna what?
Yeah, and the cutscene still, yeah, the timer still activates still in that cutscene. So we gotta hurry. See, I still know why Ashley still can't jump down the ladder. Or at least attempt to get down the ladder manually. Like, what the hell?
Hang on, sweetheart.
Now we gotta get out of here. Now, in this part, you can actually do a backflip. But I don't know how to do that. Gotta keep on moving forward. Whoa.
Ashley! Ashley! Where are ya?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
She wants the D.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
God damn it, Ashley. Damn it, Leon. She wanted the D and you didn't give it to her. But anyway, that is Resident Evil 4, well, the main game. There are still side stories. There was one side story that is there to do. Well, after completing the main game, well, I'll explain that a little bit later. But anyway, with Resident Evil 4, it's still one of my favorite games of all time. After it has been re-released so many times, I still buy it. I bought it, well, when I purchased Resident Evil 6, of course it came with Resident Evil 4, 5, and then Chronicles. I was excited for that. And then it was re-released, of course, when the Wii came out. And now it was re-released on PC, which I actually bought and played. And now it's re-released on the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, of course, the PS4 actually got it it was released on PS4 early, and then Microsoft, Xbox did not get it till a couple weeks later. So and I actually bought the Resident Evil 4 on the Xbox One. So I have it on. So I bought it and played on every single console that was available when it was re-released so many times. So, but with Resident Evil 4 by itself, of course, still a great game to play. One of the last one of the last good Resident Evil games before, of course, it started going downhill, in my opinion. And the storyline was a bit off because it did not tackle the T virus and the it did not tackle the main T virus and other things like that. It kind of sidelined from what Resident Evil was supposed to be, but still a great game nonetheless. Of course, great voice acting. After years of being re-released, it was still good, and things like that. And still, I like the characters, the main characters, of course, Leon, Ashley. Well, even though Ashley didn't really do much, of course, because you're the one that had to rescue her the entire time. Of course, you had the Chief Mendez, Lord Salazar, Lewis, of course, Ada, all those main characters. But the one that actually stood out to me was actually Jack Krauser and Sadler, because Jack Krauser only had a small cameo in this game, and we didn't really learn much from him until, like I said, when we first introduced to him, that if you played Resident Evil Chronicles or Dark Chronicles on the Wii, of course, you learn more about Jack Krauser and Leon, how they met, and of course, with Lord Sadler being the smartass bad guy, of him just teasing you throughout the main story. Now, of course, so the picks this game, things like that. Now there is one more thing after the cutscene.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
Damn, Leon, straight to the point. You just want their number instead of just teasing it a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a, I guess, to me, a little funny cutscene there. So now we get our progress throughout the entire main story. Of course, hit ratio 76, enemies killed 939, and number of times killed 13. Most of them were accidental, most of them were on purpose, of course, and then the clear time was actually 12 hours. Now I've sped run this game so many times before. My shortest time was 6 hours, was because I skipped all the cutscenes and skipped all the optional enemies so I can move on to the next area. So yeah, 6 hours was actually my shortest time ever playing this game. Yeah, and of course you actually could speedrun through this game, or before Resident Evil and before all the games, you could actually speedrun through this. Now, talking about that, in older games, if you actually speedrun through this on a certain amount of time, you could actually get something special. But in Resident Evil 4, you don't. There isn't anything special when you complete the game on a specific amount of time. Well, that wasn't until like older games you were able to do that, but not in Resident Evil 4 for some reason. It wasn't until the sequel, Resident Evil 5, you could actually get something special when defeating a certain amount of time, but that's not until later. So 12 hours was my latest. Upload to leaderboards? Nah. Like anyone's gonna look. Now you can buy the Infinite Launcher, and the Matilda from the Merchant. Hold on, let's do a separate save file just in case if the recording doesn't go through and screws up again. So yeah, now since we defeated the main campaign, we get this new backdrop of this new spinning backdrop of the village from the beginning of the storyline, and a couple things after when you defeat the main story the first time, there's a new mode, which is of course normal that we've already played, and there's professional mode. Professional mode is a little bit more difficult. The enemies are a bit tougher because they're a little bit more harder to kill, and they give a lot more damage on you if you get hit by them. So that is a little bit of a challenge to you. And of course the cutscene, of course the quick time events are a little bit more difficult, so you have to have a fast reaction to it. And of course mini bosses and bosses are a lot more difficult. So and the enemies, all enemies, you know, regular, big, and bosses, they do not hesitate to hit you. So you do have to have a really fast reaction when playing professional mode. And when you defeat and when you play through professional mode, there is there are two more special weapons you could get, which is the Elephant Killer, which is one of the most devastating guns throughout this game. It's one hit kill against every single enemy, and including bosses. Well, mini bosses is like one hit, but bosses are I think one or two hits too, depending on where you hit them. And the other one is I forgot what the name was. I know it was a PRL 214 or 114, something like that. I could be wrong about that. But that gun is actually pretty good also. There's two things you can actually do with that gun. Is you could stun the enemies, or you could one hit kill them when you fully charge it up. So it's actually good. And then that's it. That's the only two things you actually get when actually defeating professional mode. And of course, the Infinite Rocket Launcher is when defeating the defeating the main story the first time, and the Matilda. Now the Matilda, I don't really like, sort of say, because it is a 3-burst fire. Hold on, I think we could load in. Oh yeah, and also when you do a new game plus, when you defeat the campaign the first time, there's a special costume and the normal costume. Of course, the normal costume is of course Leon's jacket and his regular outfit, but special.
Got some rare things. What are you buying?
Okay, as I explained before, the Matilda, which is just a Punisher, but except it just has a buttstock, and it's a 9mm burst fire capability. Yes, this is a 3 burst fire pistol, but the only thing is that it burns through ammo rather quickly, so you do have to be conservative with this gun if you're gonna use it. That's one of the bad things. But like I said, it's just the Punisher with the buttstock and a burst fire capability.
An awesome choice, stranger. It's got a 3-round rapid-fire capability, although it uses up ammo.
And it does. Trust me, it does. So like I said, be conservative with this gun if you're going to use it. And then we have the infinite rocket launcher, which is 1,000,000 pesos. And I don't have enough cash. So if you do want to get this gun, you have to play through this game again, or a certain amount of times until you actually get the infinite rocket launcher. And the infinite rocket, it fires, of course, the infinite rocket launcher, you could burn through this, you can actually use this so many times as the name says, so you don't have to keep buying the regular rocket launcher. So you can actually play through this game. We actually play through this game with the infinite rocket launcher only, instead of using some other weapons. So that's actually pretty good. So if you wanna do your speed run through this, the infinite rocket launcher is actually pretty good to actually use. And of course we have upgrade list for the Matilda. Yeah, of course I don't wanna. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show the costume. And also, the costume is, as you can see there, is Leon's RPD uniform. Of course, if you ever played Resident Evil 2, the costume that he has is his police uniform. And so that is pretty good. So now let's exit out of it. I think it's game reset. Yeah, there we go. So now we're back in. So now, of course, we have the credits and some extras. Now the extras here are separate ways. If we press to it. Now separate ways is Ada's Ada's storyline. So we get to play as Ada and see through her eyes, well, in a way, of when we playing through when we played through the main game. So it was actually pretty cool. And here we have Assignment Ada, which is just a side thing. It doesn't affect the main campaign at all. It's just a little side thing you can actually do, which I will show later on. And here we have the Mercenaries. Now, if anyone has played the Mercenaries in older and later games, the Mercenaries is actually a pretty fun game to do. But I'll do that in a separate video. I'll do that separate when we finish Assignment Ada and Separate Ways. And here we have Movie Browser, which is just you could rewatch all the cutscenes from all 5 chapters. So it's actually pretty good. So that is everything to show after when you defeat the main campaign. So I'm just going to end it off here for now. So next time on Resident Evil 4, we are going to do Separate Ways, and play as Ada, and see what she had to do while we were playing as Leon. Until next time.